Hey guys, welcome back to the garage. I wanted to come in here real quick with another update on the 55 gasser pickup and the Racer's Wedge project here. Guys, this is coming along just as I had hoped it would. I know there's a lot of projects I've sat down to start on, and I end up on rabbit trails, if you will, and end up with issues on certain things. But this one is coming along as I had hoped it would. Got quite a bit of stuff done on this. I've made a lot of good progress. As you can see, the bench is in use, guys. I do use the bench. I am getting some stuff done, so it's really nice. Been a lot warmer again now, so I've been able to be out here and get a lot more done. Still don't have any paint on the ramp truck yet, but look at this, guys. Look at this, just like I was hoping. So we'll take a look at that real quick. First of all, I guess I'll show you this. I do not have much done on the interior, but I did pick some seats. I know I did put in the comments, guys, to give your input on some seats, but as I got to thinking about it, I ended up going with these. These are out of the AMT 41 Willys truck. So I did go with those. I just went with a standard. It's like an off-white color there, and that is actually. This is a Krylon Shortcuts white chiffon, it's called. Now, what I did, I learned my lesson on this stuff, guys, because it seems like every time I would primer something and then paint it with the Shortcuts, I'd end up getting wrinkling. So what I did is I just cleaned these real good and sprayed them with no primer. So look at that, no wrinkle paint. Looks good. I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to do the inserts any different color. I'm just going to leave them like they are. So that's the seats that I picked. And what I did is I just took some... what is this rod here I've got? Yeah, 1/4-inch tube right here, just to raise that up just a little bit so it wasn't sitting right on the floor. So that gets us some elevation on the seats. And then a couple little, these accessories. Here is that Hurst shifter by Detail Master. I don't know if you can see that, but it actually says Hurst on the side there. I did put a little bit of a panel line accent, try to get that to stand out just a little bit, but it is such fine detail there, you could probably see it right there, Hurst. I put the white ball on it, and now this is just a random boot because this kit here does not come with boots. It always tells you use a kit supplied boot, so that's what I did with that. Just picked a random one out of a spare kit, put that on there, so we have that ready to go. And then I guess we'll get into how I'm doing the paint. Here's the dash. And I did opt to go with a patina on the interior too, guys. So there's that, just a little random stuff, no certain pattern to anything. And I got to say one thing, guys, about this paint. I think I mentioned it on the video short, but I wish this color would come out on camera like it is really. I don't know if it's the lights in here or just the way it films it itself, but this is a much deeper green than it really is. I don't know why the light's doing that, but if you could really see this actual color, it's more of a pale green, and not such a brilliant green. But nonetheless, coming along well. Here's the hood. Now I had this painted in the video short, but I actually had to redo it because I started to do the patina and I started to do it too soon, and it was literally just peeling the paint off. So I went ahead, reprimed it, and reshot it. Wet sand it down all the way. Reprimed it, reshot it. Now I'm just looking for this to drop good. Now maybe tomorrow or something I'll go in there and I'll start doing the patina on the hood. So there's that. Well, let's bring the truck itself in here. Now nothing is permanently attached. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna bring first we'll try to pull it up here so you can kind of get an idea what we're looking at here. So there it is there, guys. And I lost the hat. I don't have that hat on there permanent like, so we'll deal with that after a bit. But I'm going to leave the side steps there, the step sides. I'm going to leave them primered. I just like the way that looks. And then this got where the tailgate is functional. Painted the bed. The bed looks nice inside versus the rest of it. Now, this is not intended really to depict rust, but more like just showing through primer. I see there on the tops of the fenders. Just looks like it's coming through. There on the bed sides, coming through just a little bit there, and then the top. And then what I did is I polished this with my Novus 2 when I was done. I didn't worry about any little small scratches or blemishes because I thought it would just play into what we were going for. Now I'll show you the chassis real quick. Pull this off of here. Get this if I can get this off here, hang on. There we go. Never wants to work for you. Now here is the chassis, guys, and it's fairly well done. I just have to put the shocks on it, but pretty basic. But I did make my own magneto for that. I had some that I had ordered, but the holes, guys, they were just so small, I couldn't get anything to work with them. I mean, they're great products, just wasn't working for me. So, but anyway, so I just took some styrene rod, made that and just drilled a big hole in the back and then put my wires in it and then ran down there with the boots. You can see that. Got the boots there for the spark plugs. Now I said I was going to use this green. Yeah, right here. Is it this? Oh, you know, I don't have it. I don't have it handy. There it is. I was going to use this green Testors paint and spray on, but actually I had some green that I had left over from an old rattle can, so I just used that. That way, that night I was kind of wanting to do something quick, and I just ended up not wanting to mix up the paint at the time, so I just had that. So I just went ahead and sprayed that engine green, being this is going to be the Hulk. This is just a really dark green there, and then there's those headers come out there. I just decided to leave those the metal color. Got the drive shaft, and look, guys, I was actually able to use the kit drive shaft because that 396 or big block. It's out of that Chevelle 67 Chevelle, so I don't know if it's actually supposed to be a 396 or a 454, but nonetheless a Chevy big block. And actually, the way I got that setting, that drive shaft was able to fit right in there. Get up there where it focuses. I got too much junk in the background. So we leave. That's basic chassis. I'll put the shocks on then here after a bit, and the chassis should be pretty well done. I'm going to go back in here on the wheels. I'm going to touch them up with a little bit, maybe panel line accent, bring those lug nuts out and everything, because it still looks kind of toyish to me right now the way it is. But I did go with the black rear wheels and then the white wall slicks, and then I got them all sanded down. Looks like they've got some use on them. I did a little bit of sanding on the front tires, but it doesn't stand out quite as much as the back. So, but anyway, so there's the chassis. Take a look at this cab real quick, and then I just went over. I kind of went a little more here than what I wanted to, but nonetheless, I'm going to have the decals on the side there. Then we got the back here. Now, I did fill these in. I was not going to do it, but I could not do it. I filled these gaps in back here. Was a pretty noticeable. I didn't worry too much about in here because you have the bed covering that up. And then I did fill the gas. I did fill the gas neck hole right here. So I just kind of put some filler on that, sanded that out smooth. And then, guys, here are those lines that I put in for the fenders. And then all the door lines, deep in the door lines. And I'll maybe put some panel line accent to bring that out just a little bit more as well. So there's the main cab. And then again, that bed. A little bit closer look there to the bed. Even did some on the front, even though you won't see it. The bottom, basically just painted the bottom. And gosh, I really wish that paint wasn't that dark on the camera, guys. You really can't see this real color. It kind of bums me out. But anyway, you take my word for it. So there's the bed. And then as I fumble with everything, then here's the interior. Now, I had to, after the fact, I got it painted. I went to fit everything up. I actually had to relieve this. I didn't have this relieved enough. And I actually started to go through right there. But we'll put some black down there like for the floor mat and everything. And then hopefully, that really won't be very prominent there. But I'll get the interior done, detailed up just a little bit. I got a roll bar for it. I think it's in the box. Yeah, I don't have it laying out here right now. But anyway, I got a roll bar there to go behind the seats, and then you can see the color of the seats there. That would be a nice contrast on the interior. So that's actually the gasser part. So she's coming along good. And here's that hat. I really like that. Number one, because the kit I took it from, it was one piece. So you see no big nasty seam. I'll have to touch this up just a little bit, but no big nasty seam on there. I might be going with this steering wheel, guys, or I might dig through the box if I can find one just a little bit smaller. That's kind of big around, maybe for what I want to go for. So I'll do some digging on that. And then here are the decals for it again. We're using these right here, the Hulk. So those will go on each driver's door. And then I am going to put some contingencies on it. Again, not clutter it up, but I will do some contingencies. And the other thing, I think I'm going to paint the remainder of these. See, my last update on this, I said I actually wouldn't have had to go on this high. I could have come across right here, but I think I am going to paint these like an aluminum color right on there, so just like they were fabricated like that, or just decided to paint them that color anyways, regardless. So I haven't decided 100%. I still got a little bit of time to figure that out. So that's the gasser, guys. So I'm going to let me switch this out, and I'll be right back and move this hauler in closer. All right, we got the hauler front and center. Here's that roll bar, guys, first, I guess. There's the roll bar I'm going to use in that. And one other thing, I guess maybe I jumped the gun here, but anyway, I might try to use these little baby moons on the back of the truck, the gasser. I don't know. I kind of like the looks of that, just that open wheel, that steely. So I don't know. That'll be something. I'll make a decision on that before I said I can get the thing completely done before I make that decision. So that's that. Now for the hauler here, guys, things are moving along with this guy. Pick him up because nothing is glued down yet fast. So hold this up, but look at that wheel treatment, guys. There's those. I got those six baby moons. That's the word I'm looking for. 6 baby moon caps on there. I got the engine all wired up and assembled. Again, basic, pretty much right out of the kit. Nothing else special except for the wires here on it. And as far as that goes, that's pretty much the remainder of the underhood. I might have a brake booster I can put on here so we can give them power brakes so we can get that thing stopped with that big hog on the back. So, but again, that's pretty much all for this bottom side. Nothing really, anything else much done other than the engine's all mounted. It'll be ready to go. Now the dash, or the grill, I'm sorry. Get this off of here. The grill, I went with this route. I still need to go back and touch it up because it's a little sloppy in areas. But I actually went with all black on this bezel right here because I did actually see a couple like that. And you could get custom ones that had a blacked out bezel. So that's kind of the thought on this. I went with chromed bumper on it, painted up the turn signals. Now, guys, this Tester's Gloss Tangerine. Get that to focus. Gloss Tangerine works perfect for turn signals and things. Now, they got the turn signal amber, but I found it always doesn't come out looking maybe exactly the way that it should. So that's a good alternative if you want a nice turn signal lens. So that's pretty much it, guys, that I've got on the hauler. The only thing it's ready for is another light wet sand. I did fill in these corners a little bit. I went back over one more time. I think I'm pretty satisfied with them. I don't think that's going to be an issue there. And then just this thing will just need another light wet sand and ready for paint then. And we can get that going, and then I can see how it's going to work by having my doors already mounted on there. So we'll see how that goes. So we'll put this guy back on here. And then let's just throw this guy back up on the truck. So he's ready to transport it somewhere else. And we might even try to throw that hood on there while we're at it without knocking the hat off of the engine. There you go. Look at that. So what I'm going to do from this point on, I'm going to go ahead and get the decals on here. And then I'm going to go ahead and get that hood all done up, patina, match the rest of the truck. And then hopefully here in another couple of days, I can get some paint on the hauler truck. And I've got some ideas for decals. I want to get a hold of STS to see if I can get it done. I'm not going to reveal that just now. I might wait until this is done. So if this happens, I'll just have the decals on it on our final reveal. So, but I got a couple of ideas, sort of like a little tribute truck in a way. So, but anyway, without saying anything else on that, I think that's all I've got, guys. So next time you see this guy, we'll do this in another video or have it done for another video. We'll get these decals on it. And hopefully next time you see this guy, he'll be real close, if not completely ready for the drag strip. So that's all I got for now, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that update. If you liked the video, please give me a like, share, subscribe, and comment. Subscribers, thank you. I appreciate it so much. So until next time, this is Eric from Eric's Model Garage saying you guys have a great day. God bless you, and happy modeling.